focus have to be for a team on any given night?
Well, winning's never a bad idea, Kevin. These games mean just as much now as they do in April. You can work on rotations and chemistry, but don't let it cost you wins.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Martin in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, up front, it's Vanderbilt at the 4 and Kessler at the 5. Conley out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Markkanen in at the 3 spot. Here's Hendricks. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Porter with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Goes up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
Markkanen against Martin. Conley the pass to Vanderbilt. Goes back up. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Hendricks. And another 3 for Houston.
3 points.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Pass to Clarkson. And here is Vanderbilt. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And the technical free throw is good.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a bit, Clarkson tightened up his game, and now he is a key factor in what this team does. What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup. Boy, this hurts to have to bring up, but I was there for the Rockets title-winning days back in '94 when I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand.
Conley the pass to Clarkson. Markkanen with it. Back to Clarkson. Got a hand on it. And they'll get another chance. Vanderbilt kicks to Clarkson. Vanderbilt the pass to Conley. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Trains the 3-pointer. Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid-90s. You were just talking about that. Greg, what sticks out to you about those teams?
First and foremost, the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, he doesn't get his due at times, but the dream is one of the all-time greats. Olajuwon's defense really changed games.
Clarkson outside. Now Conley. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Minnesota. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when I look at Houston, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
There's the pass to Markkanen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Team foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Horton Tucker comes in for Lowry Markkanen. Beasley's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Mike Conley.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
Here's Horton Tucker. Fires it up. It's rebounded by Houston. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. Fans form that attachment to their team. It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Beasley with a clean look. Offline with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Christopher the pass to Hendricks. From deep. And no good that time. So Utah will take it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
And they get it back. Sexton's shot is good.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Here's Hendricks, and he goes right over Olynyk and slams it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Horton Tucker. No points in the game yet for him.
Houston ball. Rocket substitution.
Rockets lead. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
Line for the Rockets. Alperen Şengün, shooting one.
So on the floor for Houston. Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward position. Houston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Into the lane. Oh, what a play!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Clarkson for three. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Back to Green. Here's Hendricks. Outside for Martin. Green, the pass to Hendricks. To the paint. Here's Porter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porter's got his third bucket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Porter against Sexton. Here he goes. And again, it's Utah.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Rockets leading by 11. Hendricks. He's guarded by Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Jazz. Conley now comes in for Clarkson. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Garuba's checked in. And the free throw, no good. And I think, Steve, now we see less real grudge matches than we did before. But do you like seeing those games where there is no love lost, where there is some bad blood and some contention?
Kevin, I love it. Yes, friends off the court, but on the court, you got to go at each other. And when it's over, win or lose, you leave it right there and you go back to being friends.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily could have won a few rings.
Maybe even more than a few. And Smitty, it seems hard to believe those Jazz didn't win a title or two.
Kevin, well, if it wasn't for a player named Michael Jordan, they probably would have. Those Stockton, Malone Jazz teams ran into Jordan twice in the finals when he was at the peak of his career.
And you loved seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that finish sums up the whole game. They have a big lead due to execution on drives just like that.
Beasley for three, gets the three-pointer to fall. Beasley's got 8 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
That bucket in no time at all. And the Rockets lead by 14.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Utah calls timeout. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
A minute 50 left in the first half. They double-team Conley. Beasley gets to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Markkanen trying to break loose. The shot by Sexton, no good. Rockets leading by 14. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David, thanks. And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
And the first one goes.
Incredible touch for a big man. Markkanen shows it both in the field and at the line.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Houston's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. No problems knocking that one down.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rolls up and drained the transition 3.
Markkanen passes to Horton Tucker. Pass to Olynyk. Fires the 3. That shot off, and the Rockets take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched to win against the Knicks in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
Pass to Markkanen. Olynyk inside. It's tipped. On the wing, Green. 9-point game his last outing. Hendricks. And that one is stuffed right through.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Olynyk the pass to Horton Tucker. Markkanen from outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Houston Rockets in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Right back after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a fast pace for Houston at the outset. They had great chemistry early on, both offensively and defensively. And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Houston leading by 23. Up front, it's Vanderbilt at the 4 and Kessler at the 5. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Conley. And it's Markkanen in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Now the pass to Hendricks. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Now here's Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Markkanen. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Utah ball.
Here's Markkanen. He has 7. Shot clock at 2. And here is Vanderbilt. Tries again, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for Utah, Jared Vanderbilt. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt hits them both. Here is Porter. He's got 13.
Utah foul. Jared
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
First team foul. At the line for the Rockets, Hendricks.
The first one falls. Sexton, he's checked in for Utah. And so he hits both. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Clarkson on the wing. The tray. Şengün with the rebound.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
And that one good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Pass to Markkanen. Şengün covering. Clarkson for 3. And they recover it. That's tipped and stolen by Şengün. Takes it off the glass.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Not just a scorer. Clarkson is very willing to dish it when a teammate's open.
Porter, bounce pass. Pulls up on the wing. Good on the shot. Porter's got 15.
And we know Kevin Porter Jr. is capable of having big nights, and the way he's playing, this could be one.
Martin against Markkanen. Back to Clarkson. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Hendricks passes to Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jams. Vanderbilt, the basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside, Martin. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Outside, Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot, and stolen by Şengün. And here comes the break. Here's Hendricks. Oh!
Yes! Yes!
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Passes it to Vanderbilt. Outside, Sexton.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Vanderbilt. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. A different look for Utah. Green against Clarkson. Outside, Sexton. Over Porter. It's deflected. So on the floor for Houston. Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward. Here's Şengün.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Markkanen against Martin. Deep 2 from Clarkson. And that one goes long.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Here's Hendricks. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Clarkson outside. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Markkanen against Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Markkanen down low. To the wing right side. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
Steve, we know lots of front offices build teams purely around player skills and statistical lines. So that being said, just how important is chemistry on the court and that cohesion?
It's a must. You can achieve a lot with chemistry. Building a beautiful culture, those are the teams that win championships.
Here's Vanderbilt, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Jordan Clarkson, 3rd personal foul, 3rd team foul. Shooting for Houston.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. Here's Hendricks. Sinks that one from the post.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Here's Abaji, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. There's 31 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Hands it from downtown.
3 points.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Good, he hits again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Playing with good instincts. Nikhil making those around him better.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Tipped away. So we see Houston taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.